Hey guys, it's the XIII here, and I've just seen the EA conference for E3 2012, and they've showed some really cool stuff. Now, I'm not going to talk about absolutely everything that they displayed there, because some of the stuff is more sports related. I'm not a sports person, so I don't think I'd be the best person to talk about this kind of stuff. I do mention some stuff to do with EA Sports, but I'm just not going to go into it into a lot of detail. Okay, so, they started off with Dead Space 3. Now, something been rumoured around the internet for quite a while. It was really cool for them to start off with. It was a nice opening trailer, and then they went straight into the gameplay, actually doing co-op gameplay, something I didn't expect, but co-op looks really cool. It's local co-op, obviously not online, and maybe online will be announced, but so far they're just announcing local co-op. It looks really cool. The setting is more of an Arctic setting this time, in as much trouble as ever in Dead Space. I've seen people play the Dead Space before, but I've never actually played it myself, so I don't know a lot about the game, but it does look really cool, and this might be the Dead Space that gets me into the series. I've got Dead Space 2 sitting over there, and I might just pick that up before maybe playing Dead Space 3. Looks really cool, really promising, and I might just give the franchise a try. Now, next thing is SimCity Social. That's going to be coming onto Facebook. They've just did a little trailer about it, saying, coming on Facebook. I don't play Facebook games, but if you do play Facebook games, it does look pretty cool. Brings some new features into the game, and if you're one of the people that like playing Farmville and stuff like that, really give it a check out because it does look pretty damn cool. Any SimCity fans, they are bringing a PC game out, only for PC, obviously, and it's coming out in February 2013. Looks really cool. They've got some of their new engines in there, which basically means you can have like real-time processing, like airports are built real-time. When there's a new factory open, it actually sends all these like traffic over to any available houses that may have people that could work, and then obviously they come over and work in your plant. It's really cool the way they figured it out, and if you're into SimCity, then give it a check out. February 2013. Now, next, they went back into Battlefield 3. Now, as heavily rumoured again on the internet, Battlefield 3 Premium, that's what they've announced. Nothing mega special about it. It's basically the DLC. You get the DLC for a one-off cost, and that is going to be in the UK $13.99 and in the US $49.99. So that's all you really get. It's not like COD Elite where you get a hell of a lot more social elements, because Battlefield does have a lot of social elements already. They couldn't really expand on that. All they've given us is you get the DLC 2 weeks early, and it's actually Battlefield 3 Premium is starting this week on the PS3 and then next week on the Xbox 360 and PC. So really, I don't think I'll be buying it, to be honest. I'm not a massive DLC buyer as it is, and I'm not going to fork out 40 quid, which I could buy a game for, basically, just for DLC anyway. So, sorry EA, you really could have went further with this premium, added some really awesome features to drive people to buy it. Unless you're a hardcore Battlefield 3 fan, I just reckon not many people will buy it. But that's just my opinion. I may be proved completely wrong, but there we go. Now, moving on to the Old Republic. Now, that had a lot of hype near launch, and everyone went out and played it, but I have a feeling that the players have slowly been declining and, not playing it as much. So I feel that they're having a really good push at trying to get people back on the game and back on playing. And they do this through a varied options, basically. They're bringing in new PvP war zones, more challenging groups and higher level content, includes like a nightmare difficulty, and they're bringing in brand new characters. So if that's not enough to bring you in, they're also saying in July it's going to be free to play up to level 15. So they want you to come in, give it a go, work your way up to level 15, and hope that they've hooked you in by level 15, that you're actually going to buy and pay for the full game. This kind of thing, these kind of games aren't mega my thing. I'm still waiting to try Diablo 3. It's on my PC, I've got a little trial of it that I'm still waiting to play, and I just haven't got around to it. It's more that I don't want to, it's more that I haven't got around to trying it. But these kind of games have never really appealed to me. I've been more to like a first-person shooter or racer kind of guy. But, there we go. It does look pretty cool. I might just play the free-to-play, I don't know. It depends if I'm bored enough to try it. But for any of you guys that like the Old Republic, that new content, I'm sure, and the Nightmare difficulty is going to bring some more challenging stuff to you. Now, something I've been waiting for, Medal of Honor Warfighter. It looks that's my phone. It looks absolutely awesome. The new engine, obviously the Frostbite 2 engine, has basically made the game more mature in a sense. Not that the original Medal of Honor was immature. It was just that now everything seems like they've been doing it for years and years and years. It actually doesn't seem like a brand new, because when the original, when the one came out last year, it did seem like, you know, that this is a brand new series. They haven't really done this thing kind of before. That's how it kind of felt. But this one, it looks like they've gone all out on it. The interface looks completely different. The guns seem to look different, and obviously I haven't actually felt how the guns feel on the controller, but it looks that they feel different. Scenery amazing, destruction obviously as you're used to with Battlefield and Medal of Honor kind of games. It looks absolutely brilliant. They teased a bit of the multiplayer. Basically the multiplayer is that you can, what they've said so far anyway, is that you can play it from different territories. Maybe you can't play every country in the world, but you can play from different territories around the world, and basically you're fighting for your territory, if I've understood it correctly. If I haven't, apologies for that, but that's what I've understood. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to have a go of Medal of Honor, maybe in Eurogamer this year, but it's going to release on later on in the year, I think. It's October. That's the date's October, sorry. It's going to release in October this year, so pretty cool. I like the way that they're releasing it just before Call of Duty, which is obviously in November, so maybe people will buy it. You know, bad idea to put it at exactly the same time as Call of Duty, because you're just not going to survive. So hopefully they've been wise and they've put it at a good date. Now, FIFA 13, I say I wasn't talking much about sports, but this is a little bit I'm going to talk about. They're bringing their football social club to iOS and Android. iOS first, they're going to bring Android later on. But it's basically they're saying that, you know, they're calling that their game more of a social network for football rather than just a game. So they want to bring more of these social elements into your personal devices so that you can never be without FIFA, ever. Which is good if you like football, I guess. But me, I'm not a football person. I'm not a sport person. You know, I think Formula 1 is really as far as I stretch. I watch a couple of football games occasionally, but this kind of thing doesn't really excite me. And no offence, but for someone like me, FIFA 13 looks very much like FIFA 12. There's, in my opinion, there's not much of difference when I just look at a trailer or look at the details that they tell me between each year. I think that's the problem with a game that's yearly, that they can never bring out enough features to make it, you know, worth buying sometimes. But anyway, on the sports side of things, EA have actually bought UFC from THQ, because the THQ license basically came up, and EA were like, we will buy it. And obviously after some conversations later, you know, UFC have agreed to partner up with EA Sports. Wise idea, personally, in my opinion, because THQ at the minute, even though they have been recently taken over by the people who first founded Naughty Dog, THQ have been going a bit down the pan lately, and they haven't really created a good game in a long time. So to see them being taken over EA, hopefully, seems like in the audience the fans are really happy with it, so looks really cool. Didn't really show any gameplay elements, just showed a quick trailer, said that they're bringing it, and that's about it. Hopefully we'll look forward to seeing more in the future. Now, another thing I've been really hyped about, Need for Speed Most Wanted, as it's been teased earlier in the past few weeks. Made by Criterion Games, obviously the guys that made Burnout and Hot Pursuit. They're upgrading Autolog, because it obviously was Criterion Games that brought Autolog into the game in the first place. Basically Autolog 2.0, making it more social. You work your way up the Most Wanted list with your friends on the social elements, and obviously in the game as well. So that obviously the more you complete the tracks, the better time you get. You work your way up that Most Wanted list, and then you can be really competitive and try and be most wanted than each other. The best way to compare it is to a Burnout game. Honestly, guys, you take down cars, you know, you take the police chases, the way it's a big open world. It is really just like a Burnout game, but with Need for Speed written all over it, and fully licensed cars, which you don't normally see in Burnout. It looks awesome. For me, as a big racing fan, I'm really looking forward to picking it up. And I was on about in the previous video about Forza and this. I really don't know, but at the minute, for me, I'm more excited about this than I am about Forza, so tough times, I guess. We'll have to wait and see. I have to play both of them and see what we think. Hopefully a bit of try them at Eurogamer like with the previous one. Now, EA ended with Crysis coming on stage, and obviously, as we all know, Crysis made Crysis. They're demoing Crysis III. Looks very similar to me to the previous Crysis games. I've played a little bit of them, but I've never played them in big detail. Looks really cool though. Obviously the new engine, like on all their new games, are bringing a new dimension to it. It looks better. it's just rebooted, basically. I don't see a massive difference in between that and the previous Crysis, but obviously if you're a big fan of the franchise, you really are going to like this. So that is how they ended. It was a cool little demo that they displayed there, and I enjoyed watching it. And in my opinion, EA's conference has actually been better than Microsoft. They didn't spend, EA didn't spend the whole conference just going on about new tablets and new music stuff, and you know what I mean. They concentrated corely on what the gamers wanted, and the gamers wanted games, and that's what we got. We got 10 new games that were showed to us, and most of them look pretty awesome. I'm excited about quite a lot of them that they displayed today. So, well done, EA. You've done a good job this year. Look forward now to Sony later on, and of course Ubisoft, which is starting in probably about 20 minutes. So I better get packed up and look forward to Ubisoft. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. If you do want to see more E3 stuff, I don't know if I'll be doing Ubisoft. Probably not, but I will definitely be doing Sony tomorrow. So hit that subscribe button up above to keep informed with E3. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit a like button right there. Thanks guys, I will see you with another video very soon. Goodbye.